What's going on, everybody? Supervillain Gaming here, and today it is my pleasure to introduce to you Disney Sorcerer's Arena. So Disney Sorcerer's Arena is a game that was just released by Glue Mobile recently, and I've been having a lot of fun with this game. It is kind of described as a turn-based RPG with real-time PvP elements. It does play very similar to games like Marvel Strike Force or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that have the character collection aspects, and I kind of refer to games of this genre as character collectors, since that is one of the aspects of the game that I find to be the most enjoyable, the most fun. Powering up your characters, collecting them all, and just making them better so that you can advance through the game in general. What we're looking at here is the load screen for Disney Sorcerer's Arena. I'm sure that there will be many in the future, but I do really like this one. It is just epic. Taking a look at all the characters that they have featured here, pretty terrific. And I mean, if there is one complaint, it's that they've got so many characters jammed into the load screen that you can almost barely make out some of them. You have to look really closely, but it looks like there are going to be characters from all kinds of Disney films, all kinds of movies and TV shows and cartoons and just all kinds of things. And Disney has such a wide universe and so many different characters at their disposal. So the possibilities are really endless as far as where they can take this. And I think that just this load screen is a pretty good example of that. So what I'd like to do now is actually show you the trailer. Some of the hype media released by Glue for the game. We'll take a look at that and just see some of the other characters that are going to be available, and some of the different things that the game has to offer. So here we go. And the trailer does provide a glimpse into some of the awesome crossovers that are going to be happening. You got Jack Sparrow, fighting the hyenas from The Lion King, Bo Peep coming in, there's Sully from Monsters Inc., so a lot of cool team-ups. Scar from The Lion King, Stitch, Nightmare Before Christmas, Syndrome. So good bet that we'll see all the Incredibles before it's all said and done. But just a lot of fun interactions, like I said, with kind of an endless cast of characters. Ariel from The Little Mermaid, very strong character. We got Darkwing Duck. A lot of fun, Maleficent. And I'm sure that we'll see a lot more. You wouldn't have a Disney game without Mickey Mouse. So Sorcerer Mickey, another very important early game character. Pocahontas, somebody I'll look forward to unlocking later. And there you have it. And now I'd like to actually show you the game itself. I do think that some of these game modes are going to feel pretty familiar if you have played similar games in the past, which is a good thing. Does help you kind of work right into the game if you have played games that are similar. Again, I do want to emphasize the character collection aspect. You can see kind of ranked by power here some of the characters that I've been able to obtain early in the game. I have been playing since launch. I'm now level 31, so as you can see, most of my top characters I've taken up to level 31. Each character does have, similar to some other setups, 6 pieces of gear that you can equip for each gear tier, and then they progress gear tier 2, 3, 4, and right on up the list. A variety of different abilities and whatnot. You can see there are 66 characters that are in the game available at launch. Some of them are available through nodes, traditional acquisition methods. Other ones are kind of restricted to limited time events. But we're not going to get too deep on that in this video. Just kind of show you every single one of these characters is available to you early in the game. With just a little bit of work, as I haven't gone too deep into the game, not max level yet or anything, but such a huge variety of characters that are available in a lot of instances. You've got Anger here, so you figure that you're going to have the entire cast of Inside Out, or there'll be an entire team, available, dedicated to them. So many other characters that there are just a couple of, from this movie or that, so you can imagine many other characters would be introduced. You'd probably have a team with synergies from most of these characters. The Incredibles, another really obvious one that I would imagine when the time comes, they will introduce additional characters into the game. Like I said, probably we'll have teams that are built around a lot of these different characters until each of them do have a place. But 66 characters available in the game at launch, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So you can see, again, the ones that I've been working on here early so far. Again, we're going to keep it pretty light in this video, but I will just go ahead and show you a battle in the game real quick. I have been working to unlock Big Bad Wolf. Here we are in the Grand Campaign, where you can unlock shards for a variety of different characters. But we are going to jump in, and I will show you the combat system again, which is going to feel pretty familiar to you if you have played games like Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. There are others that do have a similar format. I'm going to use my new Headless Horseman spell. The spells in the game are one part of the combat that does stand out, that is completely different, from those other similar games that I've mentioned. But another thing that I want to point your attention to is the actual art in the game, which I do find to be really, really nice. I think that the levels are very beautifully done. The characters have kind of a cartoony feel to them, and we'll go ahead and get started with Mickey's single target nuke. And Jasmine will summon a Raja. So of course the characters do have kind of a cartoony feel to them, but that's what a lot of the characters are. Aladdin is a cartoon. You wouldn't necessarily expect to see Mickey in any other, variation other than, looking as he does here. But look at Ariel's big nuke there. And kind of slow it down so you can see a little bit more of the art. But for example, this attack for Aladdin, which is a character that is very powerful early in the game, introduces a concept that does not exist in some of those other games, which is flanking opponents. And again, that is an entire row of characters. So in this setup, you can see that we can hit 3 characters with this attack and inflict slow on those characters as well. So pretty powerful ultimate attack from Aladdin here. We're going to go ahead and do that just so you can see. The placement does matter in this game. That is one thing that is nice as well, so you can work some strategy into that. Now the spells for this game, again, are something that are different than anything else, not something that are paralleled in Marvel Strike Force or anything else. And here's the Duke Kaboom spell, which I always get a kick out of. Just crashes right into him. Does make me laugh, but we're working through this node pretty well, as Raja still taunting for us. Just got 2 characters to get through, and if we're lucky, we'll get a Big Bad Wolf shard out of this once it's said and done. But it's only a chance, so no promises there. Just to show you, Ariel is a very strong healer at this point in the game, and she's accessible very early. So that is excellent. I would definitely recommend powering her up as well, because you need her to open up other areas of the game for you. And that wraps up our simple example combat here. Let's see if we are able to. And very nice, we do get another shard, or another token as it is called, for Big Bad Wolf, somebody that I'm working towards right now. But as you can see, even the victory screens here making you feel good with the fireworks. So I love that in general. That's basically, what I also like about the game is it really, does bring about a lot of nostalgia. Makes you feel like you're 10 again a little bit with all these characters, and at the same time, there's all the strategy built into similar games like it as well. So I think that Glue really has their hands on something that has a lot of potential here. Again, with all of the different characters that are available in the Disney universe, there's the options, the potential is really limitless. They can go a whole lot of different places with this, so I'm very excited to see where this game goes, and I think that this game is going to be around for a while. So again, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to let everybody know about a game that I've been playing a lot of recently, and I'm going to be making some other videos for this game as well. So do please like this video, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see, or what questions you have about the game. But once again, I am Supervillain Gaming. Thank you everybody for watching, and this has been your introduction to Disney Sorcerer's Arena. So try it out, let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you next time.